Deputy Speaker, it is a great privilege to present that petition. The Uluru Statement was a magnificent process bringing together the First Nations peoples of this nation. And we, of course, in the lead up to that process, were in a hopeful phase of bipartisanship in bringing our understanding and participating in that process. And there was a great deal of hope out there in our Indigenous communities, and I want to pay tribute to all of the Indigenous nations of my region, the Yuin peoples of my coast, the Nambrian, Garo and Ngunnawal peoples of the High Country, and the Wiradjuri peoples of the western regions of my electorate. A magnificent tradition, a magnificent culture that we're very proud of. And I want to praise Michael Brosnan and the crew from Social Justice Advocates of the Sapphire Coast. I was with them on the weekend. They held a wonderful multicultural event in the little town of Wollumla that brought people from all around the region, celebrating 50 different nationalities at that event. But, Deputy Speaker, this is critical that we now deliver for our Indigenous peoples in this Uluru Statement. And it's a crying shame that we'll get the Prime Minister up there and he'll do his acknowledgements of country and he'll do his party trick with, some learned a few lines of Indigenous language. But all of that means nothing if we don't follow through on the things that must be done to put our Indigenous peoples where they need to be. And this cry from the heart needs to be answered. And if we can't get a bipartisan approach to this, then Labor will push on. In the absence of cross-party support necessary to achieve that constitutional change in government, Labor will legislate for a voice to honour the aspirations of the Uluru Statement, to have that voice to Parliament, not in Parliament. It's completely outrageous of the Prime Minister to claim this is a third additional chamber in this building. It is not, and it's just a sop to try and avoid doing something real in relation to this space. We also won't lose sight, though, of the need for the constitutional guarantee, and we will continue to work to build the support necessary for a successful referendum in this space. Labor will also commit to a compensation scheme for the stolen generations and establishment of a healing fund, and also will convene a national summit on First Nations children to address the extremely high rates of child removal. We can't simply sit here and make noises. And, it was wonderful doing the sorry statement from Prime Minister Rudd, but follow-through is what's needed now. This is what our First Nations peoples deserve. This is how we move to full healing in this nation. Thank you.